Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Broken Sword, the Shadow of the Templars. Couldn't get that right. Broken Sword, the Shadow of the Templars. The original Broken Sword. And
it was a plastic crate. There was nothing of interest. The window was protected by stout-looking iron bars. It was a stack of cardboard boxes which had once contained bottles of wine. I examined the boxes closely. They were damp and smelly and decidedly empty. It was a battered old trash can. The drain pipe looked as if it would bear my weight. I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe. I guess the clown hadn't escaped over the rooftops. It was a battered old trash can. It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
okay.
It was an iron cover concealing the entrance to a drain or sewer. I tried to lift the cover with my fingers, but couldn't gain any leverage. It was a battered old trash can. I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
Oh my dear. George, I'm sure you heard.
It was a metal rod with a handle at one end and a short crosspiece at the other.
Well, that's obviously to use on this.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer. It was a shiny red plastic ball, sat incongruously on the slippery green-slimed floor.
Ugh.
As I picked up the plastic ball, I realized it was intended to be worn.
I'm not going to get to Ireland in this
clown's
first 5
red
parts.
nose.
Definitely not. So the time you watch this, I probably would have done quite a lot recording for this game.
It was a soggy, crumpled paper tissue.
And not Broken Sword, Gabriel Knight should be finished.
I scooped up the sodden tissue. It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers. It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers. It was a small scrap of cloth caught on the rusting spike. I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike.
Right, well, I'm just going to go back and talk to Moo quickly about these items that I found. Get that out of the way, because I want to ask him about this cloth, this scrap of cloth that we found. Because if you ask them about, if you know you're going to lose an item, it's always good to to ask someone about it because you get quite funny responses, and in this early game they put in a lot of stuff that was funny. Unfortunately, they took it out of the sort of the remastered version, like I've said before, and I was disappointed by that because I love the humour of these games. I really love the humour. It was just, that's what made these games what they were.
Excuse me, Sergeant.
Yes,
I believe this material came from the clown's clothing.
if you are right, monsieur, then the clown must be an Englishman.
Well, how do you think of that?
Only the English would wear a suit made from material like that.
Don't you like the English?
It is not so much a question of liking, rather one of taste. They have none.
I've got Inspector Rosso's address card.
Yes, monsieur. You showed me before.
Do you recognize this dirty tissue?
No, monsieur, I do not.
I found it in the sewer.
Perhaps it would be better if you put it back there.
No way! This could be an important clue.
If you say so, monsieur.
I found this red nose in the sewer.
What were you doing down there?
Fishing for clues. That's where the clown went.
You still insist you saw a clown, monsieur?
Of course. And this novelty nose proves it.
It will take more than a plastic proboscis to convince Inspector Rousseau.
You don't want this as evidence, then?
Certainly not, monsieur.
Are you sure you don't want this false nose?
Don't try my patience, monsieur.
See you later, Sergeant.
Right, can I now talk to Nico about anything further?
Bonjour, Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
No. How about you?
No, nothing new.
Oh, great. Brilliant. Come on, George. Hurry up. Yeah, you can't double click and actually skip to an area. They didn't allow that on this game, in the very early game of Broken Sword. And that's why, you know, people are very disappointed by 3 and 4. 4 more so, because 4 had that degree of there was quite a lot of humour in 4, but 3 I think lacked it. You know, for example, on number 2 where you could touch the iron stove, that was just hilarious. So I'm probably going to do these videos for about 15-20 minutes, something like that, just the same kind of length with Gabriel Knight. But I don't know how long I've been recording for, because I've got it on a very different recording sort of setup.
Hi there.
Hold it right there, you sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
What? The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu, that is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu. Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, yes, it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you were doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave, or do I have to call the police?
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
Can't you understand? I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone has emptied their nostrils into it.
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
Just as I thought. You were up to no good down those sewers, weren't you?
One slip and I would have been up to my neck. Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division?
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you. And I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know, I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army, you know. When I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning and tell it just like it was. Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, he was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know, but the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
You can't suspect her, surely.
Just answer the question, please.
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really? So you'd miss her if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui. Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was a mean one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an armlock, his face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Did I show you this tissue?
We miss you.
Did I show you my tool?
Oui, monsieur. Just like mine, except that it is much smaller.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he want to do that?
To put you off the scent.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found. I'd recognize that pattern anywhere.
Now, about the jacket you found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the clown suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
Ah, it was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it. A little secret number that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
I have to be going. Thanks to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Vraiment? I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon. I'll let you out. I hope you find your man, Inspector.
So do I.
Okay guys, well that's all we've got time for right now, so I'm going to save the game. And next time we will call Mr. Todrick and have a few little fun things with him. So until then guys, until then.